across an abandoned elementary school. Well, it's not really abandoned, it's Saturday, school hasn't started. Technically I am trespassing, but if there are no witnesses, it didn't actually happen. So it's gonna be our little secret. Anyways, you're not here to find out where I am. If you are, there you go, congratulations, you're all done. Anyways, you're here because you're probably wondering, why am I on this planet for? Why was I born? What's my life's purpose? And I'm here to answer it for you. So if you're ready, honestly, to learn about your life's purpose, grab a book, notebook, a pencil, notepad, a sticky note, something to write it down, because it's gonna blow your mind, okay? You define your life's purpose. Boom. I know this may not be what you were expecting. Maybe you were expecting for me to tell you word by word what's the secret to life, why are you here on this planet for. But honestly, I can't tell you that. That's your decision at the end of the day, because we're not all cookie cutters. There's no one size fits all purpose. For me, I want to help people become the best versions of themselves. Just travel the world, meet different people, and help them improve in their own life, whether it be personal, financially, health-wise, in any aspect that I can help somebody grow and become the better version of themselves, better than they were yesterday. For you, it may be living in the mountains, in a cottage, growing your own food, living with your family or by yourself, and you're happy with that. You're happy with just being out there. That's what I'm trying to get at. It's completely different from you and me. This doesn't mean that yours is better than mine or mine is better than yours. Because at the end of the day, you choose your happiness, you choose your level of success, you choose where your life goes. At the end of the day, it's up to you. But to get you started, I just want to give you some tips that have helped me in my journey to where I am right now, and that will surely help me in the future as I keep on adding knowledge and information to help me grow. The first thing is, I don't know if you've ever heard the phrase, if you love what you do, you'll never work a day in your life. I've always heard it, but it never made sense to me in the area that I never found something that I could do for the rest of my life. I never basically saw the bigger picture. I never thought big enough until I found what I'm doing right now, helping other people. This is something that I would do for free if the world crashed, if the stock market crashed again, if the world came and burned up. That's something that you should think about. What's that one thing that you would do for free? And you probably already do it. For me, it started out when I was in my early teens. I was really into weight loss and just working out all the time because I was always a chubby kid. Health was always something that worried me. Even more being in a family that has diabetes and has heart problems, and some of the family members are overweight. So health always hit home with me, and I wanted to change. So I just educated myself. I didn't study anything big. I just read books, saw videos online, read articles, just self-educated myself. And through that process, I just started working out. I didn't lose a bunch of weight, and I'm not at the figure that I want to be yet, but I'm working on it day by day. But the point is, I would talk with people for hours, 1 or 2 hours, just talking about weight loss, and I had no problem. Same thing, I went from weight loss and I was like, you know what? Weight loss, health, it's my go-to right now. That's what I gotta do. This was a year ago. And I said, you know, I'm gonna study nutrition. I'm gonna be a certified nutritionist, and I'm gonna help people lose weight and have a healthier lifestyle and prolong their lives. So I started to study to become a certified nutritionist, and I hit it hard. I wanted to become a nutritionist. I started looking up while I studied my materials. I looked videos up online. I read articles. I learned from other people. But it got to the point that it kind of made it hard for me to keep studying. It's like that job when you walk in, it's like, I don't even want to be here anymore. It got to that point. And I never want to do something where I'm forced to do it and I don't have a smile on my face. If I'm not enjoying it, why do it? I only have one life. So why be mad or be sad or not enjoy myself? So I kind of put that to the side and just kept thinking. I was sort of in a limbo, just didn't know where to go. Until one day, I just realized, and I think I've talked about this before, I realized that in weight loss and in nutrition, the underlying factor in both of those things, the common fact, was that I wanted to help people. I wanted to help people improve themselves, become the best version of themselves, whether through weight loss, nutrition, live longer, or what I'm doing now. Just give you personal advice, things that I've gone through that have helped me become the person that I am right now and keep growing. That's how I found my purpose. I just decided to do what I do every other day. To give you an example, the other day I ran into a friend and I was on my way to run some errands. I wasn't on a tight schedule, but I was aware of the time because I wanted to do other things as well. I ran into him, we started talking. I swear, I think we talked for an hour and a half, but it didn't even feel like that. I felt the heat, I definitely felt that, but I didn't feel the time go by. And we were talking about what I talked to you guys. It was things he was telling me stories about his life, about where stuff went wrong, and he just asked for my advice. He asked what he should do, what I thought of a certain situation that he went through, and I just gave him my personal opinion, and I loved it because I learned from him a lot. He was vulnerable enough to share his past personal experience with me, and I loved that so much, and I just gave him the knowledge that I have that I thought could maybe help him. I'm not persuading him to do crazy stuff. I'm just telling him what has worked for me and may work for him. Anyways, so I decided to follow my dreams, follow that thing that has always been there since I was young. I wanted to help others. So that's what I'm doing right now. That's my life purpose. That's why I'm here. That's what I decided to do. The second thing that I want to tell you guys is basically patience. You're probably not going to find your life's purpose on your first try, on your first thought, on your first go around. Well, at least for me, that wasn't the case. I started with weight loss when I was in my early teens. When I went off to college, I started with psychology. Then I went to nutrition. And now I'm doing this. So mine was the fourth time. And you never know, maybe one day I actually want to do something else. And maybe that becomes my life's purpose. But I know right now, this is what I want to do. This is what I would do for free. And this is what I'm going to do to help others become better versions of themselves. So if you don't find your life's purpose, if you try something the first time, you give it a couple months, and then you're like, no, this isn't what I want to do. I don't feel happy doing this. I feel forced. Then it's all right. You try something else. And again and again and again. You may see them as failures. Some people may tell you, hey, you tried this and you failed. But no, that's not true. It's like Thomas Edison said, I haven't failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that don't work. You don't fail until you give up. Thomas Edison never gave up and he succeeded. You see where I'm going with this? It may take you a couple tries, but don't see them as failures. See them as lessons. Okay, this didn't work for me, I'm gonna check it off. This didn't work for me either, I'm gonna check it off. You just keep going down the list until you find what you want. It may take a while, I'm not gonna lie. But no matter your age, you're still young. Age is but a number. You decide how old you are. And if you think, oh no, I'm too old to do this, or no, I don't want to do this because people are gonna say this about me, I'm gonna embarrass myself. But embarrassment is just another part of life, like breathing. Embarrassment comes from trying something and not getting it completely right the first time. But it doesn't mean you should stop right there. Because what embarrassment is, what you think it is, what somebody might say, you gotta put that to the side. Don't worry about what other people think. If you think you fail and you're embarrassed by it, no. Because that comes from taking action. You took action, you tried something new, and maybe you didn't succeed the first time. It doesn't mean you failed, you haven't given up yet. You try again, and you try again, and you try again. I'm gonna give you an example. I used to work at an ice cream shop, and I remember in the interview process, they said, you're all gonna go through a training, you're all gonna learn how to do this, because nobody that works here started off knowing how to make ice cream, how to scoop ice cream, how to mix the toppings in, or anything like that. That's the same thing with life. You grow up not knowing a lot of stuff. You don't know how you walk, you don't know how to walk, and you try it, and you start walking, then you start running, then you start riding your bike, then you start driving a car. Same thing. You probably don't know how to drive a car. You might have rode Mario Kart, but that's completely different compared to a four-wheeled car. But you try, you practice. Embarrassment comes from practice, from taking action. You know where embarrassment doesn't come from? It doesn't come from sitting at home, doing nothing, watching TV all day. And I know that if you're watching this right now, it's because you want to improve. You want to change something in your life. Maybe you're at that stage right now where you're laying down on the couch, watching TV, watching series all day, eating chips, not being healthy, just not being productive in general. And you know you have to change, and you want to change. You want to take that step. And you may be scared. I can't lie. I was scared the same at the first time too, because I didn't want to embarrass myself in front of people. I thought of what people would think, how would people react. But when I learned to put that to the side and worry more about me, because my progress was much more important than what other people thought, because at the end of the day, people are always going to talk. But if you let that get to you, you're not going to get anywhere. You got to let them talk and keep talking, because those that talk don't get anywhere. You got to do you, and you got to progress. You got to innovate. You got to become the best version of yourself. Moving on to the third thing that I want to share with you is basically moving through the tough times. Like Tony Robbins, I'm reading his book called Unshakable. It's the follow-up to the book Money Master the Game. I don't know if you've heard of it. It's an amazing book. I totally recommend it to anybody watching this. What he mentions in that book, in those two books, is winter's coming and you have to prepare for it. And when I talk about winter, I'm talking about the tough times, whether financially, health-wise, in your personal life, in your business, anywhere in any aspect of life, there's always going to be a winter in it. But you have to prepare for it. And when I say prepare, I'm talking about preparing mentally for that. Because at the end of the day, when you're going through a tough time, a lot of the times your head is what gets to you. It's not your outside environment, it's you. If you're wanting to lose weight and all of a sudden you go to a friend's house and all he has is chips, junk food. If you control yourself, if you have patience, if you know it's not going to be forever, like the stock market. The stock market, when it crashed, throughout history, the past century of the US, maybe a little bit more, if I'm not mistaken, the book says that when the stock market crashes, it always comes up. When a bear market comes, a bull market always follows. So it goes down. So you may be at your friend's house and you're surrounded by junk food. But don't worry, you're not going to be there forever. I'm not going to sugarcoat this. It's not going to be easy. It's like the saying goes, easy comes, easy goes. Anything in life worthwhile never came easy. And if it were easy, everybody would do it. That's the thing. Being successful, becoming the best version of yourself, it's not always going to be easy. Because you pick your battles. And if you pick the easy ones, you may not get the best outcomes. It's all up to you. But like I said before, when those tough times come, when winter arises, when you're in the middle of winter, be patient and be consistent in your work. Mentally prepare yourself for winter, so when it gets here, all you have to do is be patient, be strong. It may feel hard when you're in the middle of winter, but just be patient. Know that you're down in the bottom. All you can do is go up. It's as easy as that. When you hit rock bottom, whether you're at your friend's house with a bunch of junk food or financially you're broke, you can't get worse than that. If you're doing what you love, you won't mind it at all. If you're doing what you hate, you're not going to be happy at all. So do what you love, be patient, and be consistent doing that. My fourth thing is, if you had 1 year to live, how would you live it? If you had 365 days left in your life, what would you do? Would you stay on the couch watching series, eating junk food, and just wasting away those 365 days you have left? Or would you get up and go follow your dreams? You don't have to have all the money in the world. Me personally, if I had 1 year left to live, I would rock so hard the goals that I have set on me. I would start to do it with the little money that I have right now. I would start to do it because a lot of the things that I want to do don't require money. They're more emotional, they're more internal based, which is just basically spend more time with my family, because at the end of the day, those are the people that I love. Maybe travel the world. Honestly, with the money that I have right now, if I only had 1 year to live, I would just buy a plane ticket to one part of the world, probably just to Europe, land in one part and just backpack through Europe, through Asia, through Russia, every part of the world, come back, talk with people, and knowing myself, I'll probably end up on a boat coming back to America, doing a complete 360, because I have nothing else to lose. I have 1 year left to live. That's me. And that's me not needing to have much money, because a lot of people are like, oh, I have 1 year to live, but I have no money. I don't have anything to do. That's completely wrong. I would travel the world, and as I'm traveling the world, just to anybody that I can, just help them out, even if it's not on a grand base, even if I'm not talking in front of hundreds of thousands of people. I would just talk to one person every day, and maybe I can make a change. Maybe I become famous, maybe I don't. It doesn't matter, as long as I help somebody else out. And that's one of the things that you should do. You should take action. And that leads me to my 5th step. I have a notification on my phone that every day, every morning, I receive this, and it says, enrich the lives of others in some way. Help somebody else out. Give them something. Because at the end of the day, what you get is temporary. It goes away. But what you give is forever. If you give somebody a piece of information that for you is completely normal, you've known for years, but you tell them this one thing, you can probably change the life of that person, and you don't even know about it. Maybe this person never tells you, but they go to change the world themselves. You add your little grain of sand to this world, and it can grow so much. What I'm trying to focus on is do something that's bigger than yourself. That's what I'm trying to do. I put myself aside to help other people. It doesn't matter that you shouldn't take care of yourself. You should, and it's not being selfish if you think about yourself. But always know that the end goal of many people's lives should be to help other people. Because what am I if I have all this knowledge that I've acquired through my life and I just hold on to it? I'm selfish with it. I write it in a book and I keep it to myself. What do I get from that? I have the knowledge. But what if I have the knowledge, put it in a book, and give it to people? What can happen there? I can change the world, maybe, because most likely I'm not going to change the world, and you as well. You're most likely not going to change the world, but you can help out in so many ways by adding your piece of knowledge, by adding your little grain of sand. You can influence somebody that influences somebody else, and you just create a domino effect, a chain reaction, and maybe you solve the world's problems, or maybe you don't, but you took action. You decided to make a change, not just for yourself, but for other people. And now I come at you with this. There's 2 things in life, 2 things that are important, 2 things that you have complete control over. You do and I do. They're do and not do. If you do, if you take action and you follow your dreams, you follow and you do what you love, the possibilities are endless. You can become rich if you want to. You can become famous if you want to. You can achieve whatever you set your mind to. Or not do. Not do is if you're sitting at home right now on the couch, you stay there. You wallow in your self-doubt. You say, I'm never gonna achieve anything. And you just keep on watching TV. You keep hitting next on every episode. You put everything to the side, wasting your life away. I'm not gonna say that I don't do this or I haven't done this. I do watch TV sometimes. But when I do, I see it as a gift. I see it as I did everything I did today. I did everything I wanted to do today. So now I'm just gonna give myself a little reward. Maybe my sister's watching a little bit of Netflix, so I'll just watch an episode with her, or I'll watch a movie. I'm not gonna lie, I love watching movies. But I pick the right moments to do that. I do what I want to do, what I need to do to progress in life. And then I'll give myself some me time. I'll watch a movie, I'll watch a TV, I'll go out and hang out with friends. It's not that I do it every day, because I'm completely focused on achieving success and helping others become the best versions of themselves. So now I leave this up to you. If you leave this video with just one thing, if you just took one thing out of this whole video, I want it to be for you to know that you have the power. You have the power to do whatever you want. You have the power to decide what you want your life to be. What's your purpose? It's up to you. Don't ask your mom, don't ask your school. They're not gonna do things that are gonna make you happy. You know what you want in life, so it's up to you to go get it. I put the dare on you. Stand up for yourself and take action. Get your ass up and let's do stuff. Let's change the world. Let's add our little grain of sand. Let's help others out. I know you can do this. Go get them. By the way, before I leave, I want you to like, share, and subscribe to the page and follow my blog. It's gonna be down in the description, because you can help me out by sharing this, liking it, giving it to all your friends, posting it on your social media, so we can both help other people. You can add your little grain of sand by just sharing this video right now. It's not that big of a step, but it's something. You're taking action right now, even if you're laying down on your couch watching this video. Anyways, I would love for you to do that so you can help me help others become the best versions of themselves. Take care, guys. That's the first time I've ever been able to do that in my life. It may sound sad, but who am I kidding? It's sad, but you know what? I did it, man. I did it.